Study the heart cells only the heart cells,
no,
but not the brain cells,
no,
and not the knee cells. These are all.
He does the choosing, not us.
But you gotta see what I'm saying, though.
He does.
Okay, look, I have cells in my whole body. You gotta feel me. I got cells in my whole body. Would these cells not have anything to do with each other? They have different functions, though, right? These cells do have different functions. So that means if they have different functions, that means the coming together of these cells that have different functions creates the being.
And what are those cells supposed to support them?
No, the body.
Right.
So in other words, you got the Israelites, you got the Rastafarians, you got the Nation of Islam.
Show me Rastafarian in the Bible.
They have.
Show me Islam in the Bible.
They have different books. Whose language is this?
This is our language.
Ah, come on now.
This is our language.
That's Hebrew.
Yeah.
What's this right here?
This is our language. This is for us to understand.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying. You're trying to run away from the real deal.
No.
This is for us, man.
I'm going to the real deal.
We're not no Rastafarians. We're not Islam.
You are us. Why can't you be us?
No.
That goes against your principles.
No.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Now. This guy's way off. He's way out of it, too.
Christianity, all these, we're not dealing with religion.
That's right.
So
Rastafari, not religion, man.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I understand where you're coming from, because I used to listen to Rastafari back then. But when you see what it is, it's a religion.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, though. I am the master of my king of kings, Rastafari. Now, I say this meaning that love is my religion, meaning that I don't believe in religion.
Love?
It's a construct.
What is love?
It's self-preservation. I study energy.
It's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Which is what? And why do you keep those?
1 John 3 and 4.
For self-preservation.
No, because it's what he commanded us to do.
Why did he command us to do that?
He commanded us to do because we have to learn righteousness.
And why is that righteous?
Because that's what's pleasing to the Lord.
Why is it pleasing?
It's all to the Lord. It's all what he wants.
Because it makes him stay alive, right? Not kill him, right?
No, he's eternal. You can't kill the Lord. See,
right.
you're off. That's what I'm saying. You're off. Your philosophy is off.
No, you're
Who's
not
going to kill you? Who's going to kill the Lord?
You know what death is?
Listen at that.
You know what death is?
Cessation of life. That's what
Man, it's transition. There's no such thing as the death that you're making me speak of.
It is transition.
It is transition. So why are you not? Why are you over my head? You're supposed to be giving me the word.
But you can't be. But your body can be put to death.
You're right, though.
Okay then.
But
you cannot put the Lord to death. In no form or fashion.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Read that real quick, because he said his religion is love. So you got to show him what love is.
Y'all can't get a knowledge if y'all want to hear other people.
No, you're not spitting knowledge.
I thought I was coming with the love.
No, you coming with Rastafarianism and all of that other stuff.
I didn't even say anything about Rastafari except for they're a part of a body. I said I'm everything that's righteous. Did you hear me originally?
And we said we're not
now
a part
that I said one thing.
You said Rastafari.
Y'all not hearing me. Y'all just talking. Y'all not
trying to run around. You trying to dance now.
You gotta hear us too, man.
He's trying to dance now.
You can't just say.
You can't be preaching something. You don't know what I know.
Well, the Lord sent us here to preach, so it's not about.
Why don't you think the Lord sent me here?
He didn't, because you're not out here. You walk by and seen us here.
Oh, you don't? You think out here means stationary, standing still?
Period. Doing the work, standing for the most.
Everywhere preaching.
You didn't see us. What's going on, bro?
I preach everywhere. I move.
What's up, man? What happened, man?
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to stand still. Just because you don't see me standing still preaching. Why am I not out here?
But guess what?
What's up with you?
Why
am I doing need so much help?
Y'all been keeping up what y'all been doing?
If the Bible says that love is keeping the law, statutes,
read it. Let's read it, bro.
If somebody breaks those law, statutes, and commandments with you, is that love?
Who be right? All right, that's cool.
Listen to him.
Read it.
You
don't want to hear truth, though, man. Come on. Did we just read that in? This is a rebellious people.
No, I'm trying to respond. I'm responding to what you're saying.
I said, if the Bible teaches that love is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, and someone breaks those laws, statutes, and commandments, is that love?
No.
So read it.
1 John 5:3. For this is love of God, that we keep his commandments.
There you go.
And his commandments are not grievous.
They are not grievous. That means they're not hard to do. That's love.
That's love.
That we keep his commandments, that we do what he said do.
Right.
All right? We don't try to make up no other religions. Give me 1 Samuel 15 and 22, man.
Right here.
Because you gotta, because didn't our Saul break the commandment of the Lord and try to do what he wanted to do? And the Lord said, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And that's witchcraft. So you ain't making nothing up. No other religions, no other philosophies, no other anything. This is it. And if we can't get down with that, then you're not dealing with the Lord. And the Lord is not dealing with you.
right.
And that's the bottom line. That's cut and dry.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to dance around the issue. We're not going to play with it.
That's why the world
is in chaos now. Because doesn't America say they're a Christian country, Christian Judeo country, but yet they support homosexuality?
You know I don't agree.
Come on,
with
man.
that.
I know, but I'm just making a point.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So they go back and forth with
really,
hypocrisy.
The biggest thing that I'm talking about, though, righteously, we can read many books. And I've read many books. I've read the book. I understand what's in it. You don't have to keep reciting. What the overall composition is it? No. We got it. We do got to throw it back. I'm just talking about right now, though. I don't need you to hit them with this. I don't need all of that.
I mean, well, that's all on purpose. We're not gonna come out our own heart. That's why we do that.
Yeah,
we do that. This is our discipline.
No.
Our discipline is to come from the word.
I wouldn't come with our own respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking because I like this. But when you understand history, for instance, you understand the etymology of where words come from, of what these ancient civilizations were talking about and doing, and there was no such thing as the Bible. If you understand your timeline in history.
What timeline? Give me a timeline.
Okay, I'll give you this. Yeah, that's a great question. So we have this timeline. So we got like 16,000 BC. We'll start there. Because things are eternal.
That's an inaccurate timeline, but go ahead, just for you think here.
What do you mean inaccurate timeline? I said we'll start. Where do you want me to start? With the dinosaurs?
It ain't 16,000 years ago.
I can go as far back as you would like. I'm trying to talk about where
it ain't that old. It ain't even that far. It ain't that far.
No, it's not that far. But okay, well you tell me what the beginning of time was then, if you can pinpoint it.
We're gonna go and give you Genesis 1 and 1.
Go ahead.
We're gonna give you the beginning of the timeline.
1 was written by a man.
Okay, and? Everything you read was written by a man.
Righteously. In other words, someone told you that the heavens and the earth was created when? It does not give a time.
Can I say something?
Go ahead,
Don't the Lord do it, man?
Exactly, he does.
So you can't be with men.
Exactly.
I thought the Lord was the man.
That's my logic.
I thought the Lord was the man. That's my logic.
Yeah, he's
a man.
He created man to be a servant.
If you look at the smallest units of life, they only can come from something that was already existing, of which what it was.
Right.
So it replicates itself. In other words, God must be me.
He created you.
He must be me.
And as a so-called Negro, you are in the image of the Most High.
No, as a so-called God, I am God.
So what does God mean? Let me ask you that.
Actually, if you want to get into the technical terms, I don't even call it God. I'm just saying that for lack of a better terms.
I know,
so
but
we
you throwing it out here.
We
on that level, though.
Okay,
we on that level.
Let's get on that level. God is the backwards image of the mirror image of dog.
No, I knew you were gonna say that. No, it's not.
It's not.
You heard that.
You heard that before. All right,
listen, you heard it. If I put God in the mirror right there, it's gonna say read dog backwards.
No, so you brought up the word etymology, right?
No.
You brought up etymology.
We're not talking about the etymology right now.
No, but we are. No, we are. Because you're talking about the root. Etymology.
I'm not talking about the root.
Study
I'm not talking about the root. You're not letting me. You don't know what I'm talking about. So you have to hurry. You gotta listen for a second. When I put God in the mirror, this is what mirror image means. I'm not talking about the root.
Give me Genesis 1. Well, I'm listening.
Don't read anything to me right now. Let me speak.
We reading for the overall.
Let me finish my. Let me finish.
I know.
You want me? I got time too.
No, go ahead.
Okay, God is the mirror image of dog. Backwards, God is God. God. The mirror image is Dog. Is that not true? No. Why isn't it true?
Because you can take any word, Samson, any word, put it back, any word. It's no other word.
It's still the mirror image of what it is.
That don't mean that. But hold on, all right, okay, that's the mirror image of the word.
That was one thing I stated. I didn't even get to the depth.
That does not mean that's what the word means.
And you're right, but let me get to
So, but the question was, for second, the question was, what does the word God mean?
Did you hear me start off? That was my start. That was my intro.
You dancing, dude.
I'm not dancing.
I heard you the whole thing.
I didn't say the whole thing yet.
Wait.
God is the mirror. Dog is the mirror image of God. And when this word began to be used, when you talk about the Most High, this was in the 600s AD or BC.
Which one is it?
It's both, because they start calling God a different name, and it transitioned. And so in other words, these were European people that start telling us what the name of our God, our Most High, is.
I see where you're going.
Okay, hold on, but let me finish. Romeo and Romus, when they were kicked out of Africa, across the burning sands and landed in the ropes of the mountains called Europe, they were suckled by wolves. And so the culture that developed, which is Rome, out of these people,
Pagans, heathens.
right?
Right.
I'm still, yeah, right. These people worshipped the dog. And if
Okay.
you understand, now I got a degree in psychology, meaning I read many books on the brain and the subconscious and the conscious mind, and I know that
They
at
themselves
a
are
subconscious
dogs.
level,
That's what Job tells us, right?
that's why at a subconscious level they began to call their Most High God. And so when you identify or you call this Most High God, you therefore strip yourself of the image of the real Most High, which is self. Because I would call myself the Most High.
Now I'll just tell you this.
No, yeah, no, I'm with you.
You want to say
Yeah,
something?
so what it means though.
I know, we got a whole psychology
No.
history lesson on it. But what I'm saying is the word God comes from the Hebrew word Allah, okay?
Right.
Which means power. That's what it means. Now that word God, I know etymology and all that goes
I'm
back
talking
to
about
goes
the
back to God
subconscious
and
mind
all
of
that.
creating
I understand
that
that.
word.
But what I'm saying to you is when
God-
you read that in the scriptures, you understand power.
You're-
All right? It's a
you're-
power. So you brought up, let me make my point. You brought up things being created and they had to come from something that's similar to it. Right? You
No,
said
I
that.
don't know what you mean.
You didn't say that earlier?
I don't know what you mean. I don't know
Because you
if
said
I
that.
said it.
So if God created you, that means you are God. Did you say something?
Right.
No, I ain't hear nothing. So
I thought you were talking about the word God.
Hey, yeah, I
Go ahead, say what you gonna say.
Like, see all these, you know, you going back to the timeline on how names came about God and stuff. Like, first of all, when my own research, my personal research, based off these different names that the white man came up with, he tell you himself before he tell you the names that he came up with, he don't know the name of God and he don't know the ancient tongue either.
Right.
He tell you that. So why would I believe in you? I don't call God his name. God. I know his name.
Right.
But I don't call him Yahweh, Jesus Christ, God.
But we weren't even dealing with the name of God. We weren't even dealing with the name of God.
But
We
I'm
actually
trying to make a
about
point. I'm trying to make a point.
I know.
So when we say God, we're not saying it as his name.
Right.
We're saying it as a title.
Good point.
Meaning power. We know he is the most high.
And what
Absolutely.
I'm talking about is a system called white supremacy that down presses the African people or the people that are melanated on this globe.
Can we
And
start
that's
right-
what's relevant. I don't
Yeah.
care what we want to call ourselves.
But we do care.
No,
Yeah, because
I don't. Meaning
it's
I don't
for
want to
truth's sake.
separate. Meaning I don't.
no, but the Lord does separate
Meaning
though.
I don't.
Give me Genesis 10 and 32.
Listen to
The
what I'm
Lord
saying.
does separate
The Lord
them.
is
See, that's why
I
you don't want to deal with
separate and I
truth,
bring
man.
together. I
See,
do
he
both.
doesn't want to deal with truth. The Bible deals with separation.
What I'm saying is, there's one point that God's making in this
And
book.
we're not African.
And that
Let me
is-
tell you that too. We're not African.
Lack of a better term, what I'm talking
we're not
about is the melanated people across the globe.
Are not the same. All are not the same people.
They're not the same.
Right, because
They're not
that's
the
what you
same
believe. Because you don't
They're not.
know the neurochemistry.
They're not. They're not
You
the same
have to
people.
read more books than this to
They're
know who's the same.
We do read all the books.
You knock my neuroscience book.
Who do you think the Philistines were?
I think all of us are the same people. We're called humans.
Give me Exodus 11 and 7.
And this is
Genesis 10 and 32.
And a man wrote this book.
Genesis 10 and 32 since he said God is not dealing with
I write
division.
my own words,
And
I
get
speak my own.
Exodus 11 and 7. Because the Most High deals with separation and division of
Righteously.
the
He's
nations.
telling you the natural
Period.
progression of the everything.
He
It's
just
a
said he
cyclical-
said he's not dealing with that. So he's going to get cut. He said he's not dealing with that. When the Lord is. Read that real quick, bro.
This is Genesis 10 and 32.
He's going to get cut right now. Go ahead.
These are the families of the sons of Noah,
Right?
after their generations of their nations,
Uh-huh.
and by these were the nations divided.
Well, the